In this episode, we'll dive into how WordPress and ProcessWire handle custom post types. As you may already know, a default WordPress installation is geared for blogging using posts and general content through pages. However, there may be situations where content is specialized into its own content type. WordPress calls this feature custom post types. This is the documentation for creating a custom post type. Suppose, for example, we want to have a section on our website called Books, and that section contains a list of books that you have entered. Now, rather than type out all the code to register a custom post type, I'm going to use a tool by Themergency, which generates the code for you rather quickly. So let's enter our information to obtain the custom post type code, which we will paste into our WordPress functions file. Custom post type should always be singular. Now let's treat those like posts because we don't want the data to have a hierarchical relationship. Now for that custom post type, we want to have perhaps an excerpt for a short description, and let's also have a thumbnail, and we don't want any custom taxonomies for right now. We'll discuss that later. And let's click next to continue further. We'll leave all the default labels the same. And we'll leave the visibility options as shown here. We'll also leave the other options shown here. One option to keep in mind is whether it has an archive. So we'll leave that as true. And we'll leave these options the same as well. So click the generate button and you will get your custom post type code here. Let's copy that. And we'll paste it into our WordPress theme functions file. So let's go to our theme 2014 and paste it inside of the functions.php file. Now, of course, I shouldn't be editing the theme directly, but for the purposes of this screencast, I'll just go ahead and do that. Let's save our functions file. And now if we go to WordPress and refresh, we should have a menu here called Books. And there it is. So we have no books, obviously, so let's go ahead and add one. And as you can see, the fields that are displayed here are based on the settings we chose earlier. And here's the excerpt I mentioned. And you can set a featured image, and once you are satisfied with your changes, you can publish. So now that we have our book custom post type, we can enhance it further by assigning custom fields to it. I'll continue using our advanced custom fields tool. So let's create a custom field group called book details. And one thing that all books have is an ISBN number. We'll make sure that this field group only applies to posts that utilize the book custom post type. So if the post type is equal to book, and we'll go ahead and save that. And as you can now see, if I go to edit this book, it asks me for an ISBN number. Let's now see the equivalent way of creating custom post types in ProcessWire. One strength of ProcessWire is that it makes no assumptions about your website's content, meaning it doesn't differentiate between pages, posts, and any custom post types you may have. At its core, all data in ProcessWire is handled as a page. By using a combination of templates and fields, you can treat pages however you'd like. This is actually very powerful. So let's see how we can create the equivalent of the book section that we did in WordPress. First thing we need to do is to create a book.php and books.php template files. So in our project, we'll go to the template section and we'll just piggyback off of the basic page file. So let's save a new version of this called books.php and another one called book.php. So we have our two template files now. Then we want to discover those templates. So we can click Add New Template and it will automatically find them. And we won't duplicate any fields this time, so it'll just add a title. And now we want to go ahead and create a page called Books using the Books template. So there we go. And now we can create our individual book pages as children of the Books page. So let's click the Books page and click New. And then let's give it a title. And the template we want to use is Book. And now you can see we have a nice tree structure. Of course, we want to assign some custom fields to the Book template. So let's go to our field section and create a new field. Let's call it ISBN. And we'll keep that as a regular text field. Once the field is created, we can assign it to the Book template. And now if we edit the book we created earlier, we can assign an ISBN number to the book.